Good evening, Waltz. I'm the mayor. You guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. I made 4 videos yesterday. I'm off today and tomorrow, and I work Wednesday at Dinty's again. The week goes by fast. I remember working last Wednesday like yesterday. Now it's already like Monday, right? Get today off. I get tomorrow off, and then I work Wednesday, obviously, at Dinty's. Yeah, make this video now that I'm gonna go get my smokes. Enjoy the show with you guys. Yeah. God, that's a great start to their inning. No, almost on chapter 1, guys. Yeah. God, your their inning book is long. Yeah, I'm not even done chapter 1 yet. I'm already pushing 10,000 words. So chapter 1 is 10,000 words. That's long. So far, I'm at like what, 13 pages in the book. Yeah, my chapters will be probably about 24, 25 pages on my book for the reading if I finish it right. It's a long chapters. And they're long chapters, obviously. Why, man? Why don't you be a pro hockey athlete? Yeah, being a pro hockey athlete's cool, guys. But come on, man. Would you rather see me as a pro hockey player or me as a movie star? Like, what do you think will have more buzz, Ivan? Movie star Ivan, yes. Even though me being a pro player, a pro athlete, is cool. It's not as cool as me being a movie star with a special effects and visual effects. Come on, guys. These people tell me, yeah, Ivan, I think you're crazy. Like, even though you being a pro hockey athlete's cool, is it really as cool as you being a movie star behind? I'm like, no, BJ, it's not. Obviously. And I do want to turn my book into a movie, man. That's my dream, obviously. Okay, this is a masterpiece. I want to turn that. I want to turn that into a movie. Movies is more slack. Yeah, movies, even though it's dirty work, like once I do Zane's, I can take like 5, 6 months off with VJ, and then I work on the gray escape the Keanu Reeves. Whereas for sports, I won't have time to really take vacation with VJ. I'll barely be seeing VJ. I'll just be working all the time. Yeah, if you play pro sports, we're barely gonna see each other. Yes, I'm I'm barely gonna be seeing VJ, obviously. Whereas movies, we're together all the time. Even though we're working, I'm gonna be seeing VJ every day in the office. I see VJ. You know what I'm saying? When we film the movie, I see her. When I go world touring, I'm with her. When I'm featured in my Harvard event and everything, I'm with her. When I release the movie, when I do the game, work on the game, I'm with her. And then the movie's done, I can take like 4 or 5 months off, enjoy myself in Vancouver, and then go on vacation, travel around the world, and I can work on the great escape with Keanu Reeves. Obviously, that's why I want to be a movie star. That's my dream, guys. It's my ultimate dream, being a movie star, VJ. Sarah. Yeah, even Sidney Crosby and Conor McDavid would agree. Yeah, even though I would love to see you as a pro hockey player, it's not. I'd rather see you as a movie star. Yeah, me. Come on, guys. You really think I pass up being a movie star instead of being a pro hockey athlete? What's cooler? What's better glory? It's both. It's close, Ivan. But you as a movie star is better glory, Ivan. Yeah, obviously, duh. Yeah. Yeah. I know James Gunn and Peter Safran good for your presence. Yes, they are. I told you if the DC thing is successful, David Zaza will be extending them, and James Gunn will be getting up there in age. Obviously, by the time he's 60 now, by the time I start Sky 17 with VJ, James Gunn will be like 70. He'll be older, and Peter Safran is about the same age. He's like in his late 50s too. Those guys are a little bit older, obviously. So I don't think so. Yeah. You'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood, obviously, right? Yeah, I'd rather work for you than work in Hollywood. When you're a kid, your Zane's movie will be the main event. Yeah, James Gunn's DC thing will be the side tension. My Zane's movie will be the main event, obviously. I heard Warner Bros. Might be sold, and I heard rumors that if Warner Bros. Is sold, James Gunn might leave, obviously. He might leave Warner Bros. All right, if you think Warner Bros. Will be sold, yeah, there is a high possibility it might be sold because the Warner Bros. Has huge amounts of debt. They need to pay off their debt. The board members want to make some money off their company, obviously. But I think Warner Bros. Selling is a bad mistake. I think they should just stay as their own company, obviously. But chances are Warner Bros. Will be sold because these companies are offering Warner Bros. A lot of money, tens of billions of dollars, obviously. Yeah. Some siren. Yeah. I will a lot of Hollywood people be setting in their resumes. Oh yeah, a lot of Hollywood people will be sending in their resumes. Like a lot of executives, even CEOs will be sending in their applications for the present position of my company because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. I can pay them more than work in Hollywood, obviously. Yeah. CEOs in Hollywood peak at like 50, $60 million, guys. And I can easily pay the presidents more money than that. Like they get a nice bonus, a smaller yearly salary, but I can give them like 60, 70, 80, 100 million of the film profits. So yeah, they don't make that in Hollywood. As Bob Iger and David Zaslav peaked at like 50 million around there a year in revenue. I could pay them more, obviously, what to make in Hollywood, right? Yeah. What about Bob Iger? Bob Iger's too old. The guy's like in his 70s. He's pushing retirement. He's done. No, he was saying. David Zaslav is a bit younger. He's 64, but by the time I start Wisconsin team, he'll be like 75, 76. He's now getting old, pushing retirement. Obviously, so he's out of the picture. Don't hate him, saying, yeah. But there will be some Hollywood executives who will be sending in their applications. Yeah, I'd rather work for Ivan. And for my company, you have stability. You have workplace stability. You don't have to worry about losing your job. Unless you slack off and you're lazy and you don't work hard. All you have to do is just work hard for my company and you get your check now. You don't have to worry about my movie, my game, my merchandise flopping. If you just have the keys, we're gonna make our billions off that. You don't have to worry about that, Samsara. No. Yeah. That's I mean we should be boss. Yeah. She's like, cheers, Ivan. I know. Boss no. We signed that mega deal with Amazon, Ivan, I know, sweetie. Oh. That's how VJ cries. Yeah, Victoria Justice doesn't want to miss out on being the boss. Victoria Justice wants to be the boss with me. She doesn't want to be. But Victoria Justice has no control in Hollywood, man. She's under the gatekeepers in Hollywood. She has no control. Yeah, I want the power and the control of you, and I want a piece of your billions, Ivan, off your book. Yeah, 40 billion off the two books. VJ wants a piece of that, obviously. The $30 million for 2 books, she wants a piece of that. She knows with $30 million, with $30 million, I can achieve my dream and do music with you. I can start that film studio with you, Ivan. The money you make off your 2 books. She knows that. That's why she wants me to get her out. She wants a piece of my plate, obviously, because she's evil. And she loves me a lot. She wants to be with me. Yeah, and I want to live that amazing life with you, Ivan, and charm with you. I don't want to be left behind, because Victoria Justice knows what I'm king is the end of the world. I'll be trending the main event every day. Hundreds of reels and pictures of Ivan trending. Victoria Justice wants to charm me. She wants to be cool with me. Yeah, and I want to be cool with me. That's why she cries. So she's crazy, obviously. Yeah, but I told you I don't take her seriously because she's gonna keep seeing the guys after that. That's why I can't take the woman seriously, and that's why VJ, I ignore you every night. I just listen to music and I ignore you because you're a crazy woman. You're gonna keep banging the guys after that, and I can't take you seriously. So, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know VJ's your real baby. Yes, VJ's my real baby. Yeah, she cries nonstop to me every day of the year for like the past almost 7 years. That's how you know Victoria Justice loves me a lot, obviously. Obviously. She loves me in a special way. In a, VJ's love towards me is supernatural. It's not normal love, obviously. Because she cries every tears to me every night. Whereas those guys in Hollywood, she doesn't really care. Even though she has feelings or something, she doesn't really care about those guys that much, right? She has multiple love. She has multiple partners in Hollywood. Ivan, she doesn't really care about us. Yeah, the fact that she has multiple partners, that's how you know she doesn't really care about those guys that much. No, I don't hate them. So yeah. I'm sorry. That might be well for Quebec. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, she doesn't really care that much about us. No, she doesn't, because you're not her real baby, obviously. Yeah, she has feelings of and everything, and they call her baby, and she calls him baby too, because she's fucking evil, obviously. But those guys are not VJ's real baby. That's my point, right? They're not VJ's real baby, obviously. That's why she doesn't really care about those guys that much, obviously. Don't even guys like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she has multiple partners, yeah, the fact that she sees one guy, then she sees another guy, then she sees another guy, she sees another guy. She goes on vacation, she sees this guy, she hooks up with him. That's how you know Victoria Justice doesn't really care about those guys that much, honestly. She doesn't really care about those guys that much, honestly. You know, you guys would say, yeah. She doesn't really care that much about us. Yeah, because you're not her real baby. You're not Luigi's real baby, obviously. She doesn't really care that much about those guys that much, obviously, compared to the way she cares about me. Because Ivan, after that mess, you would think after that mess, Victoria Justice wouldn't care about one chick touching Ivan. No, like, even after that horrific mess in Hollywood, one woman touching Ivan drives VJ bonkers and crazy. She'll turn into a demon if Ivan gets one girlfriend. Yeah, Ivan, I don't want one chick touching you. Yeah, that's how you know she cares way, way more about me than those guys in Hollywood. She doesn't care about those guys that much. No, they don't hate her. I'm like, yeah. So I'm sorry. As one VJ's with me, she'll never cheat on me. As long as VJ's with me, she'll never ever cheat on me. That's how special I am, obviously. That's why she said in that song, and it's crazy how someone could change me. Yeah, her seeing the light and being with me and everything, with her justice will never cheat on me ever again, obviously. As long as she's with me, she'll never cheat on me. With those guys in Hollywood, some of them she's been seeing for a long time, for years. She's evil, obviously. And yet she's seeing other guys too while she's seeing those other guys. That one guy. That's how you know she doesn't really care that much about those guys, obviously, in Hollywood. I'll hate the guys been saying, yeah. She doesn't really care about those guys in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care about those guys that much. I have feelings for them, but I don't really care about those guys, Ivan. Like, I love you. You're my little baby. I want to be with you. That's why she cries every tear with me, because she wants to be with me. Obviously, you won't let her be with me, and you infected her, and she sees hell. That's why she's a psycho, Victoria Justice. That's why I put the rule: don't separate us and don't touch her. You touch my wife and you separate us, and you have a dog come after her. Victoria Justice will turn into a psychotic woman, and now Victoria Justice is a psychotic woman. Yeah, I mean, she's a psychotic woman. Yeah, she's psychotic now. She's a psychotic woman now, obviously. Because you separate her. I put the rule: don't separate us and don't touch her. Amen. So, Sarah. And VG knows you're fresh. Yeah, Victoria Justice knows I'm fresh. Whereas all these guys in Hollywood may be attractive on the outside, but they're garbage and trash, obviously. I mean, the room smells like ass. Yeah, the room smells like rotten eggs and tuna fish. When VJ hooks up with those guys, sometimes she has to put the fan on. Yeah, sometimes I have to put the fan on. Because the room smells like ass, obviously, when VJ hooks up with those guys. Because those guys are all garbage and trash. They're ex, right? They're all garbage and trash, obviously. She's in the garbage. VJ's stuck with the trash in Hollywood. Whereas Ivan's not garbage and trash. Ivan is fresh and holy. That's one reason why it does drive BJ crazy for a woman to touch Ivan, because she knows Ivan is fresh. The only man in the world who's fresh. She dreams about me every night and she sees hell. Yeah, Ivan's my real baby. I dream about him every night. I see hell. And now this woman is getting those moments with Ivan, who's my baby, and he's fresh, and I can drive BJ crazy, obviously. Because Victoria Justice dreams about me every night, but I black out the screen. She doesn't see me, obviously. And now this woman's getting moments with Ivan. I can get to BJ, obviously. She become a psychotic woman, a demon, obviously, right? Victoria Justice, right? Yeah, I don't want you touching one woman. Yeah, but I'm not happy to lie, BJ. Like, you let men touch you. I have every right to get a girlfriend in their little hands. Yeah. That's some Sarah. I mean, it pisses us off. It pisses us off that Victoria doesn't really care about us that much. Yeah, guys, because you're not her real baby. That's why she doesn't really care about you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? She has many partners in Hollywood, so even though she has feelings for them, she's hooking up with other guys while she's seeing these other guys. So she doesn't really care about those guys that much. No, I don't hate guys. I'm saying, yeah. I mean, she doesn't really care about us that much. She has feelings for us and everything, but like, she doesn't really care about us that much. Yeah, she has multiple partners. That's how you know she doesn't really care about those guys that much, right? She has feelings for them, obviously. Yeah, she keeps seeing them, but she doesn't really care about those guys that much. The way she cares about me, she cares about me a lot more than those guys in Hollywood. Obviously, she doesn't really care about those guys that much. I don't hate the guys who say that. Alright, fuck you. Yeah, well, you want to touch her and cause us my life, and you guys you fucking deserve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We go. I don't hate them, so yeah. Alright, now sick with the beggar and their unique, I know. Your book is sick, I know. This is sick, obviously. It's a sick book. Saying this is sick, obviously, right? It's a sick book. Yeah, it's sick, I know. It's a sick book, obviously. It's sick, obviously, right? It's a sick book. Xanus. It's sick, obviously. Yeah, but Xanus is better though. From what I showed you guys yesterday, yeah, Xanus is better. Yeah, but Xanus, I'm giving you a heads up, is the more raw read compared to their unique when you read it. Volume 3, right? Especially when you read Volume 3. Because Volume 3, even though it's my favorite, it is the most raw of the 3 volumes. You'll get a bit more stiffness in the dialogue, obviously, in the flow of the dialogue and the writing. But the scenes are more cinematic and they blow your mind a little more. That's why Volume 3 is my favorite. As I always go over Volume 3 and I'm blown away by the scenes, man. Cinema on the page. Yeah. Especially the big scenes with the ancestors and the feces. It's cinema, man. Pure cinema. Alright, what's your favorite chapter in Volume 3? Walking with the Ancestors is my favorite. That's the best one, right? The second will be Unexpected Journey with the Feces. That's a close second for me. But Walking with the Ancestors is my favorite. My favorite, obviously. So see when you read it. Walking with the Ancestors is an amazing chapter. That's my favorite. Then the close second would be Unexpected Journey. And then War, the final chapter. That's my third favorite. That's a sick chapter too. And the worst one is Secret Council and Surprising Arrival. That's probably my worst one, obviously. But that's the one when you get to dispute with the Northerns and the Southerners. I almost full circle. You'll see how I read that passage. What is the council, obviously, and I almost full circle. You'll see when we read the book. I almost full circle. Yeah. Oh, I haven't shows Volume 3. No, guys, I'm not showing Volume 3. But now if I want to show you scenes in my book, I'll show you scenes you guys already read. That way I don't spoil the story for you. Because I already showed you guys quite a bit of scenes, man. Why did you show us all the big scenes in Volume 1 and 2? No, I didn't. There's other big scenes that you guys did not read, but I showed you quite a bit of it, man. Quite a bit of my most entertaining scenes. I showed you guys those scenes. That's why I don't want to spoil the story for you, man. Whereas Volume 3, I didn't show you my really, really big scenes yet. I didn't show you my really, really big scenes because I don't want to spoil the story for you, obviously. We'll see what I can purchase my book, guys. Why, man? When did you learn how to write like that, man? You're fucking gifted. Guys, it's my father. That's the only answer I can give you. No, I mean, seriously, man, like the way you write, that's not normal, man. Like the characters jump on like a movie, Ivan. Like from what we read yesterday when we show us the re-snippets, Ivan. How the fuck do you write like that, Ivan? Guys, it's my father. He gave me the gift, man. It's my father doing the magic, obviously. If my father, who's the creator of the universe, if I had the genes of the creator of the universe, obviously if I write a book, my book will be special. Yeah, I mean, we expect if the creator of the universe, who's God, wrote a book, it'd be a special book. Yes, that's why I say it's a special book. Duh. I have the gift, obviously. Yeah, you're an amazing writer. I know how you feel, guys, man. I read over my book, I'm hooked, and it's a masterpiece, man. This is a book you just keep turning for hours, and you're just hooked reading it. For hours. A book you can binge. You can't put it down, right? Alright, are you saying you can't put Xanus down? No. If you're in the zone and you're reading the book and you want to know more, you can't put it down. The only way you put it down is if you get tired. Okay, I'm tired, I want to take a break, but you're excited to read the book, you want to know what happens. Obviously, you can't put it down, man. It's a book you can just binge for hours. I'm not lying, guys. Xanus is a book you can binge for hours. That's why, even though the book is 800 pages long, obviously, some fans might be pissed off. Yeah, those 800 pages flew by like so fast. I wish Ivan wrote like a 1,500 page book like George R. Martin, so I can read more material. And once you read the book, you're like, fuck, man, you're never gonna have that experience again. Yeah, the luckiest people are the people who read it for the first time because you don't know what happens. You guys had an idea of Volume 1 and 2, but in Volume 3, when you read Volume 3, you don't know what happens. You get the big plot of the story. Like, holy shit, man, this is a masterpiece, man. And you read the end of the book, man. This is the greatest Hans Zimmer I ever read in my life. I know, obviously. Yeah. Because this is Lord of the Rings. I know, please, Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. Great Lord of the Rings, Peter. Emma. All right, will Peter Jackson really say Xanus is better than Lord of the Rings? Yeah, he will. He's not stupid. He read my book. He's a guy, and I read your book, man. If you turn this into a movie and you put $1 billion per volume, Ivan, like readily acknowledge this is gonna be better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Like Ivan, think something like Helm's Deep on steroids. You have Eretat and his 20,000 army marching their devils, as I showed you guys the pictures. And they arrive to Sagas and the city's empty and Eretat, and there's no trace of human flesh in Sagas. Ivan, man, you're looking at a masterpiece, man. You have the cavern scene with the demon bats. And he feasts Ivan. I'm like, yeah, they go into the rooms, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. Yeah. Because Peter will start to pitch all this in his mind. Ivan, like, volume 1 and 2 is already going to be a masterpiece, Ivan. And you have that masterpiece. And after that, you have that dark shit in volume 3 with the excess, like, Prince of Egypt. Ivan, this is going to be better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. It's better than Lord of the Rings. Ivan, can I get a nice, like, $1 million that high? How about you? No, Peter, you get $850 million. Stop being greedy, I'm sorry. Peter's a greedy pig. I can ask like $300 for the game. I'm like, Peter, no. You get $250 million for the game. You get $200 million for the merch. That's enough. That's $450 million, and with your base, that's $550 million in earnings. And you get your $850 million for the movie. That's a $1.6 billion deal for you. You're walking with $800 million in your bank, Peter. After tax, that's a lot of money for you because I'm being greedy. This is the biggest contract ever for director, Peter. I know, Ivan. That's not money for me. I'm just messing with you, man. I want to be a check of that. I know, but I'm being greedy. I'm not paying more money. I'm sorry. Mel might want more. I'm like, Mel, you get $370. I'm not paying you more money. $500 million deal, Mel, for you's enough. That's like $390 million your American money. This is more than what we for Passion Price. That's not money for me. Yeah, Mel, accept my deal. And it's a deal. Yeah, Mel signs that contract. I choose Mel. I might choose Mel for Peter right now. Mel's like, Ivan, this will blow my Braveheart out of the water, Ivan. And my Passion of the Christ. I know, Mel. If you think the demons in Passion of the Christ are scary, you're looking at devils, man. So you want Ares to be the most horrific being ever, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Mel. He's like, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. I know, Mel. I'm saying, looking at the greatest movie children made when you read my book, obviously. Ivan, what volume is your favorite? Seriously, volume 3 is my favorite. Volume 2 is a close second for me. But for the movies, they might all be equally as good. But I think Volume 3 will take the cake because Volume 3 you have the huge exodus like Prince of Egypt. Like that's already crazy enough. And you have Eretat and his army marching to Saphis. They found out the city's empty. And Eretat's like, there's no trace of human flesh in Saphis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they journey through the caverns and the cursed mountains. You're looking at a sick movie. And you have the war in the end. And you have the crazy shit going on in Volume 3 with the ancestors almost full circle, right? Yeah. That's why I'm putting $3 billion towards my movie. If I give Peter Jackson, well, gives $100 budget for the movie, obviously. They can make an amazing movie. They don't have to worry about running out of money for the battle scenes, the world building, the set building, the extras, and the horror, the demon wolves and bats. Here's a guy, we can have them be as scary as possible. Devils. You want to be devils? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at them. I'm not smart. It's a more powerful story. Yeah, Peter, it's a more powerful story if you have to be devils. Yeah, the kids won't be able to watch it, but I mean, they can watch it when they're older, and you shut us up for good. We turn you into porn star. Yeah, you turn me into porn star, Peter. You can't say shut you guys up for good, man. You turn a good holy man into a porn star, I shut you up for good. So don't play that kid game with me, Peter. Yeah, whereas Mel Gibson will be all for the horror. Peter might push for PG-13. I'm like, Peter, no, I don't want PG-13. I want a R rating. I want an R rating for the movies. Sorry. Yeah. Alright, do you have a favorite chapter in the whole book? Not really. Me, I judge the way I have my ranking system for my book. I judge chapters per volume. That's the fairest way to compare it, honestly. Like my favorite chapter in volume 3 is Walking with the Ancestors. I also love Unexpected Journey, the first chapter that you guys read at the beginning of. That's amazing too. Very close to Walking with the Ancestors. And then volume 1, my favorite is probably In Search for the Prince, or 22 Years Later is my favorite. That you guys read a little bit of, right? Yeah. We're not bringing the days because when you drive years of age, Juice not Hill. I can say whatever I like. That's not chapter. Or I'm saying when Cassie's like, Courage, Your Highness, will find him. Yeah, when they leave the walls, that's that chapter. That's an amazing chapter. You have a horse race. I didn't show you the horse race. I'm not supposed to show for you. But In Search for the Prince is also amazing too, with Leo, Francis, and Sebastian. Obviously, you think the heir is nigh. I know it. That's that chapter, obviously. Yeah, I said, what was Cyrus Aslan? No. That scene with Erita, you think the heir is nigh. That's In Search for the Prince. Obviously. When Cassius is like, this is Erita's here, we're on his domain. It's them, the wolves are here. That's that chapter. That's a sick chapter too. You can argue that In Search for the Prince is the best chapter. The final chapter, volume 1 is the best one. Or 22 Years Later, though. That's going to be probably you guys' favorite chapters in volume 1. In volume 2 will be between Lithia, Tachys or Colonius, or Exodus of Saphius. But seriously, what's your favorite chapter in volume 2? That's a tough one, man. Probably Exodus of Saphius. Exodus of Saphius is the one that you have crazier shit happens with a hostile crowd. You talk about the Exodus. That's probably when Cassius can't sleep. But Tachys or Colonius, you can argue, is the most entertaining, but it's short. It's a short chapter, obviously. Father, what's wrong? You were the one that fetched this scheme. That's that chapter, obviously. Yeah. That chapter is all drama, man. That's a very drama. The Lithia chapter is also amazing too, as you guys read too, right? He misjudged my horse. I'm saying. Very. Every noble man will love to get their hands on her. I said, who is that? That will be Eli's daughter. She's beautiful. Very. Every noble man will love to get their hands on her. Well, here it is, my Syrian friends. I said, your book is sick. I know. It's like a movie. I know. It's sick. There's no trace of human flesh in Saphius. Said, your book is sick, I know. Yeah, man. Are you going to work on the unique Ivan? Yeah, I will. After I watch the show with you guys, I'll work on their unique. Write 2 more pages. I mean, you're in the end of chapter 1, guys. How many pages do you think will be done chapter 1? Maybe a good 6-7 pages. I'm done chapter 1 of my notebook. Obviously, almost done chapter 1. I'm moving on to chapter 2, obviously, with meeting Josh at the Elmer Marina beach party. Obviously, right? That's chapter 2. Do they meet right away in the beginning? No. I'm gonna build it up. Maybe after a good 8 pages into my, maybe 15 pages, 12, 13, 14 pages into my notebook, she finally meets Josh. You have to build it up to build buzz for it. I told you, for romance, it's tougher to entertain because there's no action. It's just drama. It's just lovey stuff. Everyday people lives in the modern time, so it's tougher to entertain. But because I'm gifted, so far what you guys read, you're everyday. Yeah, it's entertaining. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, their unique and Xanus is kind of a back and forth. It is a bit of a back and forth, obviously, in some sections. But Xanus takes the edge from me because I get more of that fantasy, magical feel when I read it. Their unique, I don't get the magical feel, but it's still entertaining, obviously. It's close, obviously. They're both amazing books. Crossing my fingers, their unique will be amazing. Because it's very tough for me to live up to the hype of Xanus, right? To top that. That's why, like, it's a bit frustrating when I write their unique. Yeah, it's tough to top Xanus. But writing a different genre, I want their unique to be a masterpiece too, obviously, when I finish the book, hopefully. Cross my fingers. When I finish the book, obviously, some Sarah. That's my point. Almost done, guys. I'll talk for 40 minutes. That's good enough, right? Oh, you don't make long videos anymore. No, I don't. I make like 40, 50 minutes. I peak at like 1 hour now. Remember how before I talked for like an hour and 40 minutes? Yeah. Very enjoyed these Southwest videos watching Canada was while I'm hanging about making videos. I'm gonna keep saying that, right? Very enjoyed while I still can, you know. Alright, I'll stick with it better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes just having a cigarette is better than having money sometimes, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not sick, I know. Is Dawn a smoker? No, Dawn doesn't smoke. Megan doesn't smoke, but Josh smokes. And Jake, I'll have him, he smokes too. Jake is a smoker too, obviously. Josh is a virgin, but he doesn't. He smokes, obviously. Whereas Dawn is not a virgin, as you guys read, but she doesn't smoke, obviously. Yeah. Will you be a smoker in all your movies? No, for Xanus I won't be smoking, but for The Great Escape, I'm gonna tell David S. Goyer and Jonathan Nolan, yeah, Ivan, you want to smoke you need to smoke during your movies. Yeah, I do, guys. Will you smoke real smokes or fake smokes in the movie? Real smokes. But yeah, guys, for the movie, I actually want to smoke real smokes. Really, Ivan? Yeah, because I need to smoke. I need to smoke, man. You know, I like PTSD when I'm king right now. So, Ivan, you want to be a smoker in The Great Escape? Yeah, I do. Like when I'm stressed out and I can't find jobs, I pull out a cigarette and I have a smoke and everything. Yeah. Why do actors usually smoke real cigarettes in movies? Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they smoke fake cigarettes. There's fake cigarettes that you can smoke, but sometimes in movies they really do smoke real cigarettes, obviously, in the movie, and sometimes they smoke fake cigarettes, obviously. Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we did cries, obviously. No, I don't want to miss out on life. I'm gonna live with you. I know Vijay, because you're crazy, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, I want to build that $1 billion house with you, Ivan. Yeah, Victoria Justice wants to build that $1 billion house with me, Ivan. Obviously, like Incredibles. A $1 billion house, that's crazy, yeah. That's like Incredibles 1, man. That's unheard of, man. Yeah. I hope I get accepted for welfare, man. I need that money. Because I hate living off the $200. For Dinties, I can only get like beer and smokes the first day and like food. And the rest of the week, I can just get like a pack of smokes and that's it. Maybe a 25 and 2 beers the second day. And after that, I have to just get a pack of smokes for the rest of the week because I only make like $190 at Dinties, right? You're gonna get a laptop? Yeah, I will when I get my first welfare. The first welfare check, I won't be saving much of my money. I'll save maybe a good maybe $250 of my money, and the rest I'm gonna blow it obviously. So I have to get like I don't know my $400 laptop. I have 600 left. I have to get my hair done. That's $80. That's like 500. I also have to pay the insurance, and I owe Revenue Quebec $250. So I might take maybe 100 of that and put it towards paying off Revenue Quebec, obviously. Then the rest, I also have to pay the insurance. So I only have like $100 to spend. But I have my Dinty's money, so I'll be good, obviously. But then after the next check I get, after that, I'll be saving like 400 of that, 450 of that. I'll be saving 400 a paycheck. I'll be saving, obviously. I'll be serious this time. I'll be saving my money because I gotta get my book proofed, obviously. I can now just sit in my room and I can work on my what? Work on my books, obviously. My very book. I want you to finish Xanus first because Xanus I already finished. I already finished the book. The book is done. I just have to go over to the last two chapters of volume 3. Obviously. Whereas they're unique, I want to get that over with first and finish it, and I can go over the last two chapters of volume 3. Obviously. And then I'm gonna save the money, get that proofread, and design my cover, and format it. And after that, I can get their unique edited proofread and design my cover for that, and format it too, and it's ready to be released on Blue, obviously. I have the keys, even though I hate these keys, obviously. I have the keys, but that's the buildings for me to the gates, not touching my money. There we go. Easy, Ivan, how rich are the families? They're worth probably their hundreds of trillions, VJ, or even their quadrillions of dollars. If they're making 80 trillion every year, you do the math how much they're worth, man. Hundreds of trillions, even quadrillions of dollars. And so I'm not gonna let those greedy pigs take my money. Take out my 40 billion off my 2 books. No way, that money's for me, VJ. You're just a greedy pig, man. Yeah, I'm envious, man. I don't want you to be that rich in my house. Yeah, you act like as if you created this, but you didn't. This may be your house, but you didn't create it, man. This is me and VJ's real house, not theirs, man. They didn't create this place. They just happen to own the money system in the place that we created, but they didn't create the place, and so they're not the rightful heirs, and they know it. They're just blinded by their envy and their greedy psychopaths, obviously. That's why, yeah, fuck, and they're pissed off. Yeah, we guard the door on VJ's career. We can't guard the door on Ivan's brands, man. He has the keys. That's why they're desperate and they threaten me with death. Because they're psychopaths. Yeah, Ivan, like, either you bow to me or you die. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not bowing to you. This is not your money. You're not touching my money, man. I'm not gonna let you take my money when you make all that money. Are you fucking crazy, man? You're a greedy pig, man. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, they're greedy. Yeah, man, you make, I don't know, you're 80 trillion a year and you want to take, I don't know, my 40 billion off my book, man. How greedy can you be, man? Like, that's psychotic greed. Like, you make all that money every year and you want to take my 40 million off my book. Yeah, even because we don't want to lose a bit of our power, and I'm envious. I don't want you getting Victoria Justice, but outgoing beauty, all fresh yourself, and making all that money out of it in my house, obviously. That's why they're psychopaths, obviously, the gatekeepers. Some saying, yeah, we like, Ivan, don't sell. It's a trap, Ivan. I'm garbage and trash. I'll likely destroy item. And I know, VJ. Relax. Don't worry. I'm not gonna sell. Some Sarah. Yeah. Because VJ doesn't want to share with me. Victoria Justice doesn't want one chick touching me, man. So if you have me and her share, Victoria Justice will be crushed, obviously. Because she knows all these trash women are touching her husband Ivan, and I'll be crushed knowing all these men are touching my wife Victoria Justice. Obviously, I want VJ all fresh myself. I don't want to share it with the world, man. You guys are fucking crazy people sometimes. As far as Xanus will be the best, we children remain. It'll be the greatest fans already when you read it. And cross my fingers, there will be an amazing romance novel too when you read it, and an amazing adaptation when I adapt it, obviously. If I finish it unique. Anyways, guys, this is real. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm Rams like, peace on Hames, and peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the show.